Hello Leo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Right. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have the Chariot card. Interesting. Very cool. You're headed somewhere, for sure. Now, this is a card that has many layers of meaning, so we're going to have to put it into some context to find out what is going on. Interesting that we have the Hermit as well. Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, oh, the Five of Swords, the Four of Cups. We've got some other stuff here. We've got the Prince of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Moon energy. This is interesting to me. This is very interesting. Okay, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. That feels good. We're going to put Alien, Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. And if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your answer in the comments, okay? Let's do it together. Let's raise our vibrations. Let's exercise our intuition, right? Kind of a group exercise here. Let's take a look around the room first. We have major. Got fire. Got water. Got air. We got a lot of air here. We got a little bit of earth. Okay. Now, the interesting thing that I'm kind of noticing between these two, the Chariot and the Hermit, right? I almost wonder if I kind of get like this Greek myth feeling, you know, where it's, who is it? I'm going to get this wrong. Perseus, maybe, that is walking into town, walking into the kingdom with one sandal, kind of disheveled. And it's not until the end that it's revealed that it is, the great Perseus. I'm mixing that myth up a little bit. But I kind of feel like the Hermit is kind of going in this situation concealed, right? Your glory is being hidden. It's a strategy. It's the great warrior who is wearing the cloak and the, concealing that kind of majesty, all right, or that kind of power. It reminds me a little bit of the Jing hexagram that's talking about kind of concealing the light, right? About not revealing all of yourself all at once, right? So I think whatever situation you're in right now, you're being advised to play it humble, play your cards close to the chest, not reveal all of this greatness and power right away. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of this is strategy. I feel like it's happening in the reading itself because look, we're kind of clothed with this Hanged Man, with sacrifice, with doubt, with a little bit of this, Four of Cups, and even the Nine of Swords here. I feel as if you're kind of playing a role here, and it's a very strange feeling. I feel as if your greatness is being concealed intentionally so as to throw your enemies off guard, I guess. I don't want to say that you're fighting a bunch of enemies right now, but it seems like as part of your strategy in some situation, maybe this is business, maybe this is, I don't know, probably business. We do have that Prince of Pentacles here at the bottom. I feel as if there's a moment where you're just going to throw off your cloak and say, here I am, right? And it's going to catch everybody off guard. Everybody's going to be very surprised. Because it feels as if you are just about to kind of seize power. You know what I mean? Let's look at the surrounding cards. We got the Hanged Man. Okay, and I kind of feel like the Hanged Man is someone who is just kind of accepting the position that they're in. It's almost like I feel like you're the person that's just kind of going around and getting the coffee, and there's a very disarming quality with the Hanged Man. Nobody really sees you as a threat, right? And that's by intention. And I think that this is all part of your plan to reveal the great warrior that you are with this Chariot card. But it's just kind of trying not to be noticed. Just this is just the person getting the coffee kind of thing, right? Nobody pays any mind. This is the one to watch out for, So I feel like this is a very disarming kind of energy where you don't want anyone to see you as a threat. You're trying to just blend in. It's very watery, this card. You're just trying to kind of be very amicable, be just friendly, but not noticeable, right? You'll glance at the Hanged Man and you'll say, yeah, there was someone there, but I don't remember what they look like, Trying to be very inconspicuous. And then, of course, we've got a 5 of Swords up here at the top. And I feel like this is part of this intellectual energy, of course. And I think that this is your way of communicating with others right now. Again, is part of the strategy. Taking the role of the student. Taking the role of someone who doesn't really understand. I'd be like, oh, I don't know what that is, It's kind of like feigning ignorance about a subject as part of this, again, this kind of disarming strategy, plan, scheme. Almost you're kind of in a Trojan horse in a way, And I feel like this is the way of communicating with people in a way that is disarming them because it's making them feel superior, right? Making yourself smaller, quieter, less of a threat. People don't pay much attention. People don't really mind you. It's all part of the plan. And then, of course, we've got the Nine of Swords, which is underneath everything. Now, the Nine of Swords is a little bit, difficult to discern here because there's this looming feeling like all of this energy that we just talked about, while it is something that we're feigning, it's part of the strategy, it almost feels like it touches a little close to home. So I think we have to be careful, right? It's almost like you're used to these energies a little bit. You're used to kind of being in these modes. And now the difference is that we're using that experience to our advantage. Everybody underestimated me. Okay, now I want you to underestimate me. Because then when we get to the path of the serpent, we've got the big reveal, and the big kind of seizing of power that's going on. But we have to be careful because I do think that it is something that's a little bit close to home. Okay. The Nine of Swords is also, it's kind of this, it's a card of progress. It's a card of coming to deeper realizations about ourselves through painful experiences. Okay. And maybe we'll return to this card. Okay, we'll return to this. The Four of Cups, though, in the way forward, this is another one of these energies that's just kind of not very noticeable. It's just good. It's kind of, again, we don't really notice it. There's the idea that there's not a ton of aspiration there. You know, not a lot of ambition. Yeah, they're good. You know, they're not. There's not a heat. There's not an intensity here, right? So we've got more of this water energy. It's stable, but it's just rather mellow. It's like a nice pond. It's, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. But there's not a lot there, right? And I think this is all really a kind of roundabout way to say that, you know, you are trying to blend in. You are trying to be very stealth as far as your interactions with this industry, this company, this business, this group of people. I don't know exactly where this is taking place. Okay? But I feel like you have very big plans. I feel like this is definitely part of a strategy. Okay? And as we get to the path of the serpent, I also want to ask that you hit the like button, leave a comment for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, right? Especially if this is resonating with you, okay? I appreciate you. Thank you. We've got the Prince of Pentacles here as your general energy. This is someone that is doing the work. This is somebody that has a plan and is doing, I mean, I kind of feel like, I don't know, like it's like Ocean's 11 or some kind of movie. Maybe that's not the one. Maybe like Usual Suspects or something, you know. But I feel like you have a plan, you're sticking to it, you're doing the work. And right now in the moment, it probably doesn't feel the best because you're kind of itching to just reveal yourself to everyone. But we're trying to stick to the plan. We know that what is happening is for a reason. We know that this is part of it. Okay, so we have to continue doing this. This is a card that says stay the course. You're almost there. Keep doing it. Then when we get to the 10 of Wands in the environment, this is the big reveal. This is the big kind of just the pomp and circumstance, the big dramatic revealing moment of everything. Right? This is when you leap out from your disguise and you know, and take control of this situation. Now, I don't know exactly what you're doing. This seems kind of absurd, right? But I think that this is the moment where you then you know, reveal your big project, your big idea, the thing that you created, or your big proposal, or this is when you you know, you take off. It's like that episode of The Office, right, where Andy shows up as the janitor, looking for some, just, you know, some work, just like a handout kind of thing. Let me mop the carpet, and then he's waiting for that moment, that one delicious moment, he called it, where he takes off his janitor's uniform and he's got a suit and tie on underneath and he says, I own the company now. You know, it kind of feels like that. And this is all of that creative power and energy that is being revealed underneath this kind of disguise over here, right? The next card is the Ace of Swords. This is your feeling that you have won, that you have attained victory, that you now have the kind of creative control, or that you've achieved your objective of you know, getting the well, maybe getting the job, getting the promotion, you know, in a way where you kind of disarm all the competition, and then at the last moment you come out with all of your power and you win the race. You get the promotion, right? Everyone thinks you're slow, they're not worried about you. Then they start to take it a little bit easy. Then the home stretch of the race, you reveal your true nature and you just zoom forward and you get the gold. And that's kind of what we've got here. And this is the realization of your objective, right? Mission accomplished here. The Ace of Swords. And it's interesting that we have the Moon card coming next, because this is now saying, yeah, look, you've done this. You've succeeded. Your strategy has worked. But now what? Now you've got to do the thing. You know, now you've got to take this company or this win or this promotion, this job, whatever, this contract, and you've got to go forward with it. right? Now you've got to be that light, bringing everything out into the open and leading the charge here. You know, it's not enough for Andy just to say, I own the company. Now it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do with it? You know, how are you going to create a success here? How are you going to make this a prosperous endeavor, right? It all has to be worth it, right? And that's what the moon card's all about. It's a big change. It is going from, not only is this the big reveal, going from Andy in the janitor's uniform to, you know, Andy, the owner of the company, or CEO, I guess he was made CEO. The boss, right? Andy as the boss of the company. No, he was made just the manager of that branch, actually. You know, anyway, it's the big reveal, right? But this is also then kind of long-term. It's like, okay, what is going to be the big plan? Where are we taking this entire business now, this entire company, or whatever it is, this entire group? So you've got to have a long-term vision too, you know. Let's look at the mystery card though, Leo. Let's see if we can get a little confirmation. Thank you, Alien. With the Nine of Swords, yeah, I'm still feeling like this is, in some ways you're kind of suffering through these energies. Being in this energy is painful to you. And this card now is kind of reminding me of the show Breaking Bad, right? A lot of TV in this reading here. Where Gus is, he poisons himself and everybody else, right? And he's suffering too. And then, of course, at the end, he goes and he purges the poison and he ends up being okay. I don't want to spoil the show for anyone that hasn't seen it. But it's kind of the idea that you have to suffer in this moment in these different energies. But you don't want to be in these energies. You don't want to act this way or feel this way or put out that projection of yourself, you know. But you're doing it for a greater purpose. And so sometimes this card is talking about necessary suffering, right? Things that we endure willingly because we know that we're creating something better. This is kind of the necessary pain or suffering to get what we want. No pain, no gain, right? Sometimes. But we have to be careful with this, and that's why this is a very, very delicate card, very kind of, we got to be careful. Anyway, mystery card. If you have an idea what this mystery card is, put your answer in the comment section below. Gosh, I want to see like a 6 of Pentacles. I want to see a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. Anything earth-related is going to be good because it's showing that, hey, this whole thing has worked out. This strategy is paying off, right? I'm thinking earth energies here. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. This is the ace, right? This is the ace in the hole. This is kind of a hole-in-one for you. This is a gift. This is something that you are, you're earning this gift, though, you know. This is the reward. And this is a card of beginnings, too. So again, there's the idea of this is just the beginning of what has to come next, right? And you've got to figure out what that is. But this is a big win. This is a huge, huge jackpot for you. And then it's up to you how this unfolds afterwards, okay? Just like that moon card. We can't see what's on the other side. We know that the sun's rising. We know that you're being revealed. But then what? We have to wait and see what you're going to do, you know. And what you're going to do is how this Ace of Pentacles unfolds into a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles. Right? This is all of the Pentacles wrapped up into one package saying, here, you've got to open it. You've got to set up this thing and make it work. Okay? Very cool. Very intense. We're going to do an extended reading as well. And if you want to stick around for that, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just Leo, but for every sign. So maybe you can check some other placements. Maybe check your Cancer placement. The Cancer reading or the Virgo reading would be good for you, I think. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.